Hey, this is Scott with your midweek motivation, and I hope everybody's doing well. So I'm outside doing a little exercise, and I enjoy hiking and getting out, and I've started trying to do some trail running. Now look, when I tell you that, please understand, I am not a trail runner by any stretch of the imagination. This is something that I enjoy. I don't compete. So you know, if you were like, hey, Scott, I didn't know you did trail running. Why don't you come run with me? You would be so disappointed to even think that I called it running. But I've got this particular run in this park that's near my house in Clarksville that either way that I go, there's a hill right at the end of my timed run. I mean, I've tried both ways. Today, I hit that hill at 27 minutes. And I'm trying to do a 30-minute timed run. Look, I'm almost at the end, 3 minutes to go. And this hill just smokes me. And like, you know, full disclosure here, 28 and a half minutes, I shut it down, man. I finished the hill walking. I'm not disappointed because not too long ago, my physical life was at a terrible place with health problems that, you know, God has healed me from, and I'm fully recovered. And so I'm just glad to be out here. But anyway, why am I telling you that? So, man, I'm just hearing my coaches, my former coaches, and my dad, and, you know, my teammates in my ear when I'm hitting that hill at 27 minutes. And I just know that I've got to push it and dig deep, and man, it's just not there. Not like it used to be when I was younger. So I'm still finding that place of digging deep. But at that moment, man, I wish that like I could get a little bit lighter in my legs. My legs felt so heavy. You know, there's a verse in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 17. And it says, casting all your cares on him because he cares for you. And here's the thing about life. No matter where you go on this side of eternity, no matter what your journey looks like, you're gonna face hills. You're gonna face difficulties. You're gonna get exhausted. You're gonna find weariness. You're gonna get tempted. You're gonna get discouraged. And you're gonna have this sense of self to dig deep. You know, it's never when I'm running down a hill and running down through a creek, you know, that I'm going, man, I need help. I need my load to be lightened on my legs. Man, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just letting it go. I'm just trucking it. Well, that's the way it is in life. Until we meet that hill, we don't really think about it, do we? I mean, until you meet that trial, until you meet that problem, until you meet that worry, until you meet that issue, you don't really think about it. And sometimes we run to God only on the hills. I'm not pointing fingers. I've done that so much because that's when it gets heavy. And we think of this verse, casting all my anxieties on him because he cares for us. And it's true. He does want you to cast your cares on him, and he does care for you. But just before that verse, verse 6 says, humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you. And here's what I've learned in my life when I look through God's scripture, is that we tend to come to God when we're heavy. But we don't tend to submit our hearts to God at all times on the trail. And sometimes we wonder why we feel distant from God, why we feel distracted from the things of God. And maybe even you watching this midweek motivation, you may think, you know what, there's just a real issue in my life with where I am with this relationship with God. Well, I can just tell you this, is that if you look at Jesus, everything he points to is his redeeming work. The fact that he is the one who paid for the heavy weight of sin in your life and mine. And man, if you're not careful, you're gonna always trek along the journey of life, this trail, and you're gonna carry the heaviness and the weight of sin. And you're just gonna apply that to your life and only run to God when you hit the hills. And I'm just telling you, freedom is like running down a hill on a trail. It is surrendering under the mighty hand of God, doing things his way, trusting him, and watching him lift the weight of sin, watching him lift the weight of the world. And so I hope that you run to him all the time, not just at the hills. Do cast your cares on him, but even more importantly, surrender. Put your life in surrender under the mighty hand of God. Run to his word. Turn your life over to Jesus. And pray over your life. Pray over your family. Pray over your friends. Pray over the things that are important. And look, have a great day. Look, end your week strong. Don't give up like I did. Oh gosh, I'm so tired.